Hi, my name's Gavin, and I'm making this video essay for my EPQ. For those who don't know what that is, it's basically a long project you work on for about a year at 6th form in the UK, doing some research and making either an artifact or dissertation. So, for my artifact, I'll be presenting you my concept for a video game which I've called the Eclipse Express. The best way I can describe my concept would essentially be a patchwork of various mechanics from different games I've played, such as the gritty combat of Darkest Dungeon, the tactical positioning of Into the Breach, general inspirations from the roguelike genre as a whole, and a whole load more from tabletop RPGs. In theory, I should enjoy RPGs. Hell, I enjoy RPGs so much that I play D&D with some of my friends every week. I like the idea of gradually leveling up your character until they become an absolute powerhouse. However, the time commitment of most typically just puts me off from even starting them. That's when I thought, hey, maybe I could combine an RPG with a roguelike, especially with roguelikes being one of my favorite genres of all time, with most of my most played games being in that genre. For example, Spelunky 2 and Vampire Survivors, just to name a few. Anyways, here's me rambling for a bit on the actual mechanics then. So, the basic gist of the game goes like this. So, the game takes place on an infinitely long train, because I thought that was a cool idea, you know. Each carriage is basically its own level, with the whole idea being that you're on a train that goes through different dimensions, so each carriage can have its own unique thing going on, because that's pretty cool. So, you as the player essentially control the captain of the party, giving out commands to each member and essentially being the brains, telling them what's the best thing to do in order to not get blown to bits. You might have special abilities depending on which power you choose, like resetting your turn if things went really badly. Or like giving your units a shield, you know, make them invincible, take like an extra hit than they are normally able to. You have 3 units in your party at all times, kind of like the mechs in Into the Breach. The units have physical and mental stats. Health, power, endurance for their physical stats, and morale, intellect, and willpower for their mental stats. Health and morale are essentially how much damage they can take, their hit points. And power and intellect affects their damage output, and endurance and willpower affects how much damage they take from enemies. Combat will take place on a grid. Some carriages might be bigger, so others might be a bit smaller. Yeah, so the whole idea is that you just move them around kind of like chess pieces, and then choose the most effective strategy to take them out. Later carriages could involve like stage hazards to mix up your strategy, so that the tried and true method is not always the safest option now. Gotta think outside the box. And yeah, that's essentially it. You continue, try get as far as you can, and if you die, well, there's always the next run you can try. And yeah. Roguelike RPG. Thank you for watching this little video, and I hope you enjoyed the ideas I had floating around my head. Hopefully this will get me a good grade for my EPQ, and extra thanks for sticking around until the end. Bye!